Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello my friends, welcome back to me. I am Ain Lestari. In here I would like to tell you about sociolinguistic and variety of language. When we talk about sociolinguistic, we need to know it in advance the term sociolinguistic itself. So, sociolinguistic consists of two terms, namely socio and linguistic. Socio has to do with society, and linguistic has to do with language. Technically, sociolinguistic is a branch of linguistics that studies the study of language that relate to society. Specifically, all sociolinguistics study how the relationship between language and society. They explore the social functions of language and how it is used to convey meaning. There are five things that sociolinguistic experts need to know, namely, first one, who is the speaker? Second one, what language he or she speaks, whether formal or informal or standard dialect. Third point, who the listeners. And the last point, when people are talking, what is the situations, whether it is outside the office or at the office, and situation other the extra. After saying this example, it can be concluded that when using language in real life situations, be it with good friends, relatives, and older people, they must comply with some social norm of language use. For example, the way we talk to our friends our age, when we talk, of course it's a bit rough, yes, because we are the same age, so there is nothing to be concerned about how now when we talk to relative teacher or even other people of professional status, maybe we will be more polite in speaking because remembering that they are higher up and older than us. That is what is called the social norm of language use depending on the situations. Next, we will enter into discussion of differences between sociolinguistic and linguistic, sociolinguist and linguist. First, we will discuss the differences between sociolinguistic and linguistic. Sociolinguistic is more about the structure of language. For example, subject, verb, and object, while linguistic is more about how we communicate with each other using language structures in everyday life. The two differences between linguists and sociolinguists. Linguists analyze language outside in social context, while sociolinguists do the opposite, more to analyze language in social context. So, sociolinguistics is the study of language about how to use language different levels for different purposes and for different functions, while linguistic is a science that makes language the object of the study. We also need to know that the object of study is classified into two sociolinguistic study are more qualitative in nature, while sociology or of language is quantitative in nature. Okay, next difference, structural approach and functional approach. First, the structural approach focuses on language structure. Code and code analysis is given primarily importance. On the other hand, the functional approach focuses on the functional aspect of language, namely its use in society. Analysis of language uses a given primarily importance, and analysis of code is secondary. Okay, next, varieties of language. Each language has a many language variation. So language is the relationship of all language patterns. Variation are dividing them of human speech, such as sound, word, grammar, which are associated with associates. It is an associate that connects of all external factors such as area, geography, or social group. Language variations can be classified based on users, use, and social relations. Users is language users. Use relate to the formal or informal use of language, and the last social relations focus is related to social relation and the use of language. Okay, next, a difference between dialect and accent. Dialect relate to vocabulary, As we know, that every language collects many dialects. This dialect includes regional of region. This means that one language is used in area. The closer the area, the more the same language or dialect is used, and vice versa. The further the area, the more different it is. For example, the language of Taliban people with the language of the Alas people, Kabekaso, the word is used by Taliban people to ask why, meanwhile the Alas people use the word Takuda. While accent is an intonation pressure, the difference between the intonation accent, the state in speaking, or the pronunciations is like the American and British accent. For example, uh, spelling water in the American water, while British water. Next, register. The term register refers to variety based on occupations characterized by variation the lexicon. This is the use of specialist language associated with a variety of jobs. The use of this special language, especially vocabulary, is different from the use of the same word of common language or by ordinary people. For example, mouse visiting your warehouse is not the same as a mouse installed on your computer. There are three varieties in register, namely fill, tenor, and mode of discourse determine the register. Fill is the subject matter of the topic of discourse. Tenor is relationship between participant and mode is a communication channel, namely written or spoken. For example, field can be public speaking, tenor, study, student and teacher, mode, oral, and lecture. Next, style. There are 3 points of style, namely, varieties can also be characterized on the basis of social relations between listener and speaker from the point of view formally. And second one, frozen principle language that cannot be changed. For example, proverbs speaks expressions, quotation is the Bible, example stating in the section 9 is a saying, and it stays fixed, we cannot change. Yet you have probably also come across tons of quotes from the Bible that have not changed every time, example, and A for A and T for T. Okay, the same idea can be expressed in different styles depending on the social relations between the listener and the speaker. Let's see how the sentence below can be pronounced in 5 different styles based on the formality scale. Example, no smoking in the gas station area, written on the gas station area nameplate, is an instructions. First, formal, one-way participant without interruptions. Example, Prime Minister, speech, official meaning, and instructions. Example, must obey the rules, do not smoke in the gas station area. It is danger. Consultative. Example, would you like to stop smoking in the gas station area and obey the rules here? Shift casual, this sentence, please do not smoke in the gas station area. It's danger. And less intimate. Intimate, a very close non-public relations information is more important than word order of grammar. Example, hey bro, do not smoke in the gas station area. Okay, next, the difference between standard and non-standard varieties. The standard language variety is a variety that is a given legal or cultural legal status. Usually, the variation is used in the media for education, for official purpose, the extra. For variation of recognized standard dictionaries, grammar, and pronunciation system, whereas non-standard varieties are not given legal status and generally no reference are available. The two differences between native and foreign varieties, the variety that a speaker acquires from childhood in the natural setting in which his first socializations take place in a called the native language variety. On the other hand, the variety of language learned by a speaker in a formal environment such as school and learned after a child acquires his first language is a non-native variety. For example, America and Canadian English are native varieties of English, while India English is non-native variety. Okay, guys, that's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.